This is my mom, and I'm interviewing her about breast cancer and making strides against breast cancer.
My name is Susan Fabrizi, and I'm a 10-year breast cancer survivor.
When did you have breast cancer?
In the year 2000,
How did it affect you when you found out?
probably the biggest reaction is, you're very frightened and you just don't know what's going to happen. So the uncertainty and the fear is probably the biggest effect that it had on me.
How difficult was it to break the news to your kids and the rest of your family when you found out?
Well, that part was extremely hard because you don't even know what you're feeling yourself, and then you're trying to tell somebody else, and I couldn't do a whole lot of talking without crying at that time. So it was not very easy.
What kind of support did you receive from your family, doctors, your husband, the community, and in general?
We had wonderful support from the community. A very wonderful outpouring of bringing meals, cards, that type of support. Um, I was on prayer chains, from several different churches. We kind of joked that it was from the Atlantic Ocean to the Mississippi because there was several different prayer chains that we were on. My doctors were wonderful. I had wonderful doctors. I enjoyed the doctors, but I got really tired of being at doctors, and you just get to where, please no, not again. And I would cry to my husband, please don't take me to the doctor again, because it feels like you just spend all your time at the doctor's office.
How did it affect your family when you did break the news?
Well, it has to have a major effect on the family. My children were age 16 to 9, and they all had kind of a different reaction. My oldest boy just tried to be more responsible and hold it all in and be an adult. My daughter was upset and crying, and my youngest was asking question after question after question because he just didn't quite know, didn't understand it, and wanted to understand it better. So
Sarah and I are focusing the importance of donating to cancer foundations, primarily breast cancer. Why do you feel donating to such causes is so important?
well, because they've made a lot of strides in um, breast cancer research and in just recovery rates, and hopefully that will continue. And we had such an outpouring of support from our community and from our friends, and to continue that, you need the wider support of strangers, basically, to to help keep the progress that's been made, to keep advancing that progress. And hopefully then someday, they'll eliminate it totally and can move on to some of the other things that need attention.
Do you participate in cancer walks?
I do. I've participated in the Susan G. Komen race here in Cleveland, and two of my children have participated in the Making Strides through their high school. So yes, we have.
How does it affect you today?
Um, it doesn't really affect me as much today, obviously, as it did back then. It gets a whole lot easier to deal with and to live with, but there's always like a gnawing uncertainty in the back of your brain. You always just, you hope, you know, choose hope is basically what you have to do, and you just have to hope that everything's going to turn out for the better. And so far it has, and so far I've been one of the very lucky ones.
All right, thank you for taking the time to talk with us about breast cancer and the making strides.
You're welcome.